Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Miami. Well, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Jets. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Now it's Marino. That's caught. And it's very quickly to nothing. And you talk about coming out and making a statement. Not only do you return the thing to the house, you go for two and get it.
And how about how the rules have changed starting with the 2015 season where you could go for two from the 2-yard line instead of kicking it from the 15? We thought that would promote more aggressiveness. We saw it right there.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their electrifying signal caller, the former Virginia Tech Hokie, Michael Vick.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Vick on 2nd down. He completes it to Boyd. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Running left, it's Warren. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to...
Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Ready.
Here's Michael Vick. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Take it at the 37. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. Bringing them out as the 1983 Rookie of the Year, the 84 MVP, under center Dan Marino.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career has demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Here now a 3rd and 20. Now Marino to throw it. That is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Ready.
On second down, Vick again. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long for Vick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Marino.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They snap the ball at 1. Now Marino. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10, Marino once more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
Still on his feet. Now look out. He's to the 20.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Jalen Warren, 95 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Hey, check that.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Play fake. Here's Marino.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
The dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Ball into 26, 2nd and 7.
They go play action now. Marino. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll run with Lynch. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They try again with Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll run for it with Lynch. Lynch pushing, but he is not going to get there. They stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trailed as we get back underway. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Vic with the incompletion there on third down. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They start the drive with Lynch.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
4th down. Here's Marino. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Vic now from the 50.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them. Pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Vic's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he's got this down to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Patterson running between the tackles.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Miami. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Vic now.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And his kick here is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
He's on his way.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing here, Marino. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And now again, the Jets will line up for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So Michael Vick in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Vick readies to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Here now, 3rd down.
From the gun, Vick. And the pressure gets to him again.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have in the NFL. The miracle in the middle lands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game. Stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the post.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
Just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 2nd down, Lynch. And Lynch will power his way in. He's got a Jets touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now it's Patterson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Okay, break. Ready.
One last shot for Michael Vick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.